Remember Only JS? She just ended her career. Dream's career has 12 months left. Logan Paul is losing his mind. Logan Paul has completely lost his mind. KSI has completely lost his mind. Logan Paul just responded in the worst way. KSI just responded in the worst way. The Logan Paul situation just got worse. The KSI situation just got worse. The Mr. Beast situation just got worse. Logan Paul has reached a new low. KSI has reached a new low. Mr. Beast has reached a new... Alright, this needs to stop.
Hi.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeffrey Phillips. Welcome back to Man Complains for, maybe 20 minutes or so. Today, I want to pose the question, why is everything such a big deal on YouTube? I feel like especially in the past year or so, the dramification of YouTube, as I like to call it, has really been ramping up. I'm talking about all the videos with vague and misleading titles, video essays about really any hint of drama possible, and the commentary channels who will insist Mr. Beast has reached a new low for the 20th time this year. On paper, I don't necessarily have a problem with any of the things I listed. I understand YouTube's a business. People are just doing this because it works. But what I've noticed lately is that in the pursuit to make their videos interesting, these channels will often be completely overdramatic in how they present their information. It's something that I've felt has been an increasingly bigger problem for a while now, but it wasn't until I saw the video, The Dumbest Trend on TikTok, No Poop July, that I felt the need to say something about it. This video is the most puzzling video essay I've seen in my life. In it, SunnyV2 talks about this trend, No Poop July, and genuinely tries to convince the viewer that people were actually trying to go a full month without pooping.
No Poop July might be TikTok's dumbest challenge. Some treat it like a joke, others take it seriously.
When in reality, no, nobody was actually taking No Poop July seriously. It was a joke, and it has never been anything other than that, because obviously, it's called No Poop July. The lady he shows as evidence that some people are taking this challenge seriously is just a lady who can't poop. Like, she physically can't poop.
I am on day 33 of not doing a poo. My tummy is in agony.
She ain't doing this because of no TikTok challenge. So since this is not an actual TikTok challenge and Sunny doesn't really have anything of note to talk about, the majority of this video is him just talking about this random kid's No Poop July bit.
The trend was first started by TikToker OK Cron, who with just a couple thousand followers, posted this initial video in July 2020.
Like seriously, Sunny has a full segment in this video where he gives a day-to-day recap of this kid pretending not to poop. And he covers it in the most sincere way possible.
Day number 8, OK Cron himself squeezed out a little smile, yet by day 10 the struggle had returned.
Now what really confuses me with this video is it would have been fine if SunnyV2 just wanted to make a video about the history of a dumb TikTok joke. If he just wanted to tell the story of the old No Poop July joke and the creator behind it, I wouldn't have any problems with this video. But like I said before, there's this weird juxtaposition throughout this whole video in which SunnyV2 will be talking about this completely juvenile joke, but then also be like, but wait a second, this is actually a pretty big problem too.
Can I make it till the end? He'd posed a serious question. Was it actually possible to go 31 days without pooping?
I can promise you, nobody was asking that question.
It was pretty damn obvious that the whole thing was a joke. I mean, nobody would actually be stupid enough to try this challenge for real, right? Well, people began to question. What if you drank liquid vitamin, protein, and fats?
Hey, I don't know that much about making video essays, but if you have to use a Reddit post with 0 fucking likes as evidence to support your claim, you should probably just make a different video. Bro's really going to the depths of Reddit just to find any bit of evidence. Talk about scraping the bottom of the barrel. This is overall what I mean by YouTubers being overdramatic. Sunny throughout this video is taking all this evidence and trying to twist it all into making it seem like No Poop July is a real issue. when we all know it isn't. Like, he pulls out multiple different Reddit posts as evidence.
Then by day number 5, the challenge was also criticized by Reddit, and while some comments
Once again, this post only has 10 likes. Then, as I said before, he talks about this random lady who literally can't poop, which is ridiculous. This isn't a lady who hasn't pooped because she saw a trend on TikTok. She hasn't pooped because she physically can't. We seriously take a random side quest in this video to learn about this lady's journey to being able to poop again.
she'd been in and out of hospital as she simply couldn't poo.
So I managed to date a big shite, and that's me at the hospital now. I nearly fucking blocked the toilet.
Alright. Not sure we needed all of that information. To be fair to Sunny, he did make sure to specify that this was just him providing evidence that this challenge could be done. But I feel like it would have been nice if instead he just had an example of someone actually doing the trend. Because I clicked on this video to learn about the worst trend on TikTok, not to see if someone could go a whole month without pooping. And then Sunny also has random doctors telling us why it's bad not to poop.
Doctors, however, weren't impressed by OK Cron's achievement.
I'm Dr. Justin Sloan, and I'm here to tell you that there are consequences to not having a bowel movement.
All the evidence is just Sunny warning us that not pooping is bad, and no shit, everybody knows that already. If you have a video named the worst trend on TikTok, as viewers, we kind of want to see what were the bad things to come out of this challenge, like what were the repercussions. But instead, Sunny is just telling us that doctors are freaking out. And this is what they're freaking out about.
I have failed No Poop July. Understandably, he shared his devastation.
It just slipped. It just slipped. I don't know what to say. It just slipped. So you shit yourself.
Yet the very next day, he revealed he was still going. Cron had seemingly used his one free poop coupon.
Oh, thank God. Thank God OK Cron used his one free poop coupon to save himself from losing No Poop July. Phew. That was a close one. When I clicked on this video, that's exactly what I wanted to learn. Clearly, after watching this, we can definitively say No Poop July is obviously a joke. So my question is, why are we tricking our viewers who don't watch TikTok, or maybe don't have any common sense, into thinking this is a real problematic trend? Like, why are we adding all these fake stakes, like saying, doctors are freaking out, to make it seem like a real issue actually affecting people, when literally in the video itself, Sunny V2 doesn't have one piece of evidence of someone actually unironically doing the trend. It's pretty much misinformation, no? To frame something that's not affecting anyone as some widespread issue. I don't know, maybe that's being a bit harsh on a video about No Poop July, but at the very least, it's certainly not a good video essay. And while it is just one video, I can't help but feel like it, albeit in an almost comically exaggerated way, sums up my problem with the state of drama and commentary channels on YouTube right now. There's too many instances of misleading the consumer by making a big deal out of something that just isn't. For example, another videos of Sunny V2's is almost just as absurd. It's called Dream's Career Has 12 Months Left. Holy shit. Is he gonna kill him? In this video, Sunny V2 talks about how all these mistakes that Dream has made recently is going to lead to him being irrelevant, which honestly is not a bad topic for a video essay. Dream is a pretty problematic creator, so I wouldn't be surprised if he found enough evidence to support his claim. But unfortunately, that's not really the case. Most of the claims Sunny makes throughout this video are just massive reaches. First of all, of course, he talks about how Dream's face reveal ruined his career. And look, I won't disagree that it probably did hurt his career, but to say this,
the illusion of him being a supermodel, unusual, or perhaps a god amongst men
is a bit absurd. However, really the main problem I have with this video is that throughout it, Sunny V2 will use clips from this interview of Dream made by John Uche and take them out of context in order to put his own absurdly dramatic spin on them.
Face revealed downsides being heavier than the upsides. Dream stated this.
I'm glad that I did it, but also there's many times where I was like, is this worth it? I don't know.
Clearly regretting his choice to take off the mask.
Sunny is trying to paint us a picture that Dream clearly regrets his face reveal, when in reality, this isn't even Dream talking about after his face reveal. It's talking about how in the lead up to his face reveal, he was unsure if it would be worth it.
Anything to do with like analytics. I was afraid because I had this big moment that I was going to do of revealing my face, and I didn't want that to be leaked or something where someone's like, oh, here's what he looks like. And it's like, oh, well, now the moment's not as big because everyone knows what I look like or whatever. And obviously it paid off. So I'm glad that I did it. But also there's many times where I was like, is this worth it? I don't know. And then,
but even if Dream was talking about how he felt after the face reveal, taking someone saying, I'm glad I did it, but had some doubts, and twisting it into meaning he clearly regrets something is still pretty ridiculous. And then to push the agenda further, Sunny V2 once again takes a video that is clearly a satire joke and frames it in a completely disingenuous way.
He'd upload a new video titled Buy from Dream, admitting to a loss in viewership.
Ever since you took this stupid mask off, you've fallen off. You're irrelevant, you have no money, no views, you're trash.
Oh wow. Looks like Dream's friends are really giving it to him.
You're trash.
I watched the video that Sunny V2 cites as Dream admitting he lost viewers, and it's a completely satire skit. It's not even hard to tell. Sunny V2 is just pulling evidence straight out of his ass. You can't take a video like this
With the mask
If you never took it off, we'd be better.
am I that ugly?
Yes.
and then tell me he was.
Admitting to a loss in viewership.
That's such a lazy thing to do, especially considering we're talking about Dream. There's a bajillion things you can criticize him for, and somehow you found the one thing that doesn't matter at all. It's seriously crazy to me that there is a whole segment in this video essay about Dream putting his mask back on like it was something that heavily affected his career, when in actuality it was more just to gain publicity, which Sunny V2 even mentions in the video.
Dream putting the mask back on is the most hilarious and the most depressing thing at the same time. Others believe the announcement was very clearly satirical / a promo for his music.
This is honestly the most damning thing to me. Sunny V2 not only gave his viewers misleading information, but he did it on purpose. In the same interview that Sunny uses multiple times as a source throughout this video, Dream literally admits in the first 3 minutes that his video about putting the mask back on was satirical.
Wait, what? I thought he face revealed. That was why I decided, I'll make a satirical video with my friends, kind of make fun of the fact and introduce and talk about the mask and introduce it, and then I'll wear it for as long as I can at public appearances and stuff, to mostly to get people talking and get people being like, who's that idiot wearing the mask?
So there's no way that Sunny V2 didn't know this and he still chose to omit that fact just to make Dream seem worse to the viewer. That's just so lazy and ignorant to me. And the worst thing about all of this is I had to watch a fucking Dream video in 2025 just to prove Sunny V2 wrong. That's terrible. Now, the rest of the video is really fine. He just talks about Dream's music and why it sucks, which, trust me, I know a lot about. Oh, and there's me 1 whole year ago. Where did the years go by? But clearly there's a problem. Sunny V2 has 4 million subscribers and is one of the biggest video essay channels out there, and this is the quality of content he puts out? That doesn't seem okay to me. It doesn't seem okay to purposely mislead your viewers with cherry-picked information just to make a video more interesting or dramatic, especially considering the fact that as one of the biggest channels out there, there are plenty of young creators who look up to him and think this level of lazy journalism is acceptable. Sunny V2 doesn't even have to do all of this. There is so much drama online, so much drama in the world to make a video about. You can search up internet drama on Google and there's at least 5 video essays worth of content that will show up on the first page. So there is no excuse for having to exaggerate and lie just to make a video worthwhile. Like, I genuinely can't wrap my head around why he made a video about No Poop July. Bro couldn't have just squirted out a low effort video about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef or something. Out of all the drama in the world, he chose not a real issue, No Poop July to talk about. Of course, not every one of Sunny V2's videos has this problem, but as a consumer, the fact he doesn't even put his own sources in the description so you can easily fact check him, and that he has already been shown to manipulate evidence multiple times, already shatters the trust between viewer and creator. So how could I ever believe that 6ix9ine is on the verge of bankruptcy? Well, I can't. I can't because you fucked it. You fucked everything up, and now I have severe trust issues. I've noticed that a lot of commentary channels these days, especially the drama ones, tend to have these same problems. You want to talk about people who know how to make a big deal out of nothing? It's faceless commentary channels. Oh my god. These channels are so silly. At first they'll cover drama that is actually interesting and worthy of being criticized, like the Lunchley scandal with Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, and KSI. But then, once they see that Lunchley drama cash cows start milking money, they will milk that sucker dry to the bone and more. And that's how you end up with this. Mr. Beast just destroyed his reputation. The Mr. Beast downfall has begun. KSI just destroyed his reputation. The KSI situation just got worse. KSI has completely lost his mind. Logan Paul just got destroyed by the internet. Logan Paul just responded in the worst way. The Logan Paul downfall has begun. The new Mr. Beast has reached a new low. KSI just got destroyed by the KSI Logan Paul. All these titles are super vague and dramatic, so you're left wondering, what did Logan Paul do next? Which is already a problem in itself, but the funny thing to me is the actual contents of the videos. I've heard a lot of people on the internet complaining about these commentary channels, describing them as slop because they are low effort and greedy, yada yada yada. But I haven't heard enough people criticize the fact that some of the shit these commentary channels be saying is so fucking silly. There are so many times where they will just say the craziest reach or just something completely out of pocket, and nobody talks about it.
Logan Paul has truly gone mentally insane. And I think the truth hides behind the fact that on top of everything that he's got going on in his professional life, he now also has to be responsible for raising an actual human being. And the harsh reality of that is that, as terrible as it sounds, he's probably going to be a deadbeat dad.
What? Look, I know Logan Paul is a terrible person, but to just assert in a video essay, let's be real guys, as sad as it is, Logan Paul is probably gonna ditch his child, with 100% sincerity, is so funny to me, especially considering the evidence he uses to support his claim is Logan Paul clearly joking.
You really gotta like rethink some of the things you say. And you can't like go out and be like drinking and partying every night. Like, I'm a father.
Deadbeat dad.
Yeah, I'm a deadbeat dad.
It's like these creators can only take things literally.
Yeah, I'm a deadbeat dad.
Dude, what the fuck, Logan? Why would you just admit that? And then the rest of the evidence he uses to support this claim is just Logan reflecting on how he feels to be a father right now.
Because right now I'm kind of like a support vehicle for my family.
Yep.
And it's like a position I'm not like really used to. I'm almost like at home sometimes like what do I do with my hands? And every time
This is just a normal boring ass conversation. Is this seriously worth covering? I feel like if there wasn't the name Logan Paul attached to this podcast, this wouldn't mean anything. And while I'm sure based on Logan's past behavior, you can assume he probably won't be the best father, in no world does Logan reflecting on 4 months of fatherhood suggest he is losing his mind. You're being a drama queen if you act like this is a real issue. Coincidentally, there's also a video called Logan Paul Has Completely Lost His Mind. Jeez, looks like Logan went through a lot in the span of one day, which covers the same exact podcast episode and goes through pretty much the same talking points. Except this time when Logan Paul reflects on his life as a father and his realization that he needs more than just family life to be fulfilled, More Pegasus, the creator of the video, says this.
Doesn't fill me.
Okay, so Logan has apparently discovered the realities of life where no one thing will ever completely fulfill you. So, you know, everybody has those dreams of like that one thing. If this one problem was solved, my life would be perfect. But it's never like that. You know, if only I was rich, if only I had a good relationship, if only my mom came back from the dead, if only I had 1 million subs, if only I could move to X country or whatever. You know, while getting all these things or achieving all these things is great and you might learn a lot in the process, it's never going to be everything. You know, life will always have problems. Of course, there are worse problems.
What are you talking about? Why is this tangent so long?
To have and stuff like that, but nothing will ever be perfect. The key is, you know, always growing as a person and being grateful for what you have, accepting seasons in your
Bro heard Logan Paul express his feelings and just decide to give all of us a fucking whole life lesson? Get to the point, dude.
What I found funny here was Logan thinking he was going to leave his lifelong career behind instantly just because he had a kid. That is completely delusional considering his personality and how clout hungry and addicted he is to social media.
Why are we on Logan Paul's ass for this? This is not something worth criticizing. Thinking something would fulfill your life and then realizing it doesn't is completely normal behavior, and you're just completely shitting on him. I promise you, it's not that serious. The other points these videos make to suggest Logan is losing his mind are not much better. They both have a segment on how Logan Paul saying this.
Who comes to mind?
Well, I don't know. Maybe his brother.
You want to fight Logan? Logan, I think he said you might be next.
I'll kill you, Mike.
No, please, no.
It's on then.
Just don't step on.
Was just the worst thing in the world.
After his brother's boxing match with Mike Tyson, he stole the limelight from Jake and told a 58-year-old Mike Tyson that he'd absolutely kill him in a boxing match.
And somehow from Logan Paul defending his opinion that he would beat Mike Tyson up, American Redux determines that this means that Logan Paul is clearly jealous of his brother.
Like, it's so clear that he's trying to copy his brother's boxing grift to a T. I mean, Logan Paul's entire career has been fueled by jealousy of people who are more successful than him in life.
This is the same thing I got on Sunny for during his dream video. American Redux uses out-of-context clips from a podcast, and before showing them to you, he makes sure to give them a narrative like, Logan Paul is jealous of his brother. So now you're primed to see that in the next clip.
He even admits this in this very same podcast.
I do compare myself to people in the sense that I'm competitive and I use it as fuel.
When, let's be honest, does a random clip of Logan Paul saying he likes to compare himself to others to fuel himself suggest he is clearly jealous of his brother? No, you're reaching. Even if it is true that Logan is jealous of his brother, I can assure you the evidence that you're using is not sufficient. The old out of context video clip trick is so prevalent throughout these overdramatic video essays and commentary videos, and it just makes me so mad because it's so easy to just take a clip of someone saying something and add your own fake narrative to it. But in one of Jeffrey Phillips' videos, he showed a side to us we've never seen before. So while I'm impressed with dicks, it's unfortunately not something I think I'll ever come back to. See, from that clip, you may have been thinking I was having gay sex, but in reality, I was just reviewing Dixie D'Amelio's latest album. Be careful in what you believe, guys. In More Pegasus's video, he basically does the same thing, except this time he makes fun of Logan for saying he could beat up an old man.
Dude, why are they bragging about fighting senior citizens? Like, am I the only one who finds this sort of disgusting? Like, it's like that one SpongeBob meme.
Hey, not to play devil's advocate too much, but Mike Tyson challenged him to the fight. It's not like he randomly brought it up, so it's kind of unfair to make fun of him for this. Yeah, it's the return of the joke police. Your joke is going to jail. Just to be clear, I'm not trying to defend Logan Paul. Trust me, I hate him too. There are generally not many people on earth that I dislike more than him. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if we publicly executed him. But roping a viewer in by saying Logan Paul is losing his mind when it turns out just to be an overanalysis of a random podcast episode in which he doesn't even say anything interesting is just completely dumb. Like I said before with the dream video, we're talking about Logan Paul. There is so much you can criticize him for. So why are we talking about the most inconsequential stuff there is? Especially considering I'm talking about two different videos made by two different people. They both did literally the exact same thing. Oh, and right as I was about to record, I found one more video titled the exact same thing about the same exact podcast. That podcast episode was not that interesting. I can promise you guys. It just seems greedy, clickbaity, and honestly really lazy. These channels are reaching for the lowest hanging fruit because they know criticizing every little thing a controversial figure does prints views. So why not make 20 plus videos about the same few people? Let's beat a dead horse and eat its guts. And once again, the titles are so vague. I understand that a lot of this is done because it works or maybe is even necessary for some, but when I see a title like Logan Paul is losing his mind, we have no idea what this video is about other than it's Logan Paul and he probably did something bad. And then when the video is actually not even close to Logan Paul losing his mind or even doing anything problematic, I just feel it's kind of unjust because the creator could have easily titled it Logan Paul's latest podcast episode was crazy or something similar to that, and even though it's dramatic and clickbaity, at least it's true to the video's contents. My main point is that if you're going to make a video critiquing an asshole or covering some drama, do the viewer a favor. Don't try and make your own false narrative with misleading evidence, and don't try and sensationalize what is being said. Because even though we can all agree that Logan Paul is a piece of shit, crypto scamming, dead person recording asshole, using a clip of him reflecting on parenthood and determining that he will be a horrible parent or a deadbeat father is being a little bit dramatic. That's not him losing his mind. It's not even worth making fun of him for. I didn't make this video because I wanted to be an activist and fight the good fight for good content on YouTube. I made this video because I'm genuinely tired of being misled as a viewer. I understand that at the end of the day, as a creator, you get to make whatever you want. So if you want to make a video critiquing everything Logan Paul says on his podcast, that's fine. I have no right to hate because shit, man, if people are watching, clearly you have something to sell. But all I ask is quit the BS. Be honest in what you have to sell. Don't be completely over dramatic in how you present info. And if you make a video about the worst trend on TikTok, there better be people actually doing the trend. Because otherwise, you're just lying and wasting people's time. Thank you for watching, everybody. I know this is me mostly preaching to the choir because as long as this content is getting views, it's not going away anytime soon, but I just wanted to complain about something that was annoying me. So if there's one takeaway you can have from this video, it's that I'm a whiny little bitch. Thank you once again to everybody supporting me in the Jeff gang. If you want to become part of it, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, follow all my socials and my second channel, and yeah, that's the video. Make sure to tune in next week where I will be exposing Tyler Ninja Blevins for being a fraud at Fortnite.